Hey world, welcome back to Poor and Broke. I'm Brad.
I'm Don.
Don, thanks for coming back again. What do you have in store for us today?
Gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble mother. Let's go. Ooh, wild turkey. Okay. All right. Well, welcome back to an episode of Open It. I'm here with Don.
We're gonna open it.
We're gonna open it. That's what we do here. What do we got here, Don?
Well, some people are saying, it's one of the bourbons of the year, 2025, and
So 101?
it's not one of.
See a little better than a 101. Okay, heavy duty. All right.
Bit of one of the hitters. I think it's probably one of the better Masters keeps, in my opinion.
Listen, so this is the 2025.
Correct.
And from my understanding, this is the last of the Masters Keep.
It's from what I hear. I just think they're sending it away for a little bit, and I believe the sun will eventually take it over. But who knows? I hope it's not going away because it is phenomenal. So
And again, what we do here on Open It is we'll take the neck pour and then we'll let the other pour air out and give you guys feedback on both pours. Wow.
Yeah.
Comment below. Have you guys ever had this? I know these bottles are out there. What do they make? About between 10 to 15,000 of them a year. That's about it.
yeah, it's a limited amount. So the exact number I'm unsure of, but it is a fun one.
Well, let's not mix these up. Let's air this one out over here. Let's go neck pour right here. And before we jump into this, Don, can you tell me a little bit about this bottle?
It's 118 proof. It's fantastic bottle. I forgot the mixture. I do. It's a 16 year and a 10 year.
Yeah, I think it's a 10 and 16. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the brothers. One has the 10 and the other has a 16. And this is a joint effort.
Correct. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Wow.
So
Another treat here. Here we go.
thanks, Russells.
Okay, that's an interesting nose there. Real interesting nose there.
Oh man,
Definitely a Russell's nose. And
Yeah.
holy cow.
it's got a little of that funk going on, like your typical turkey.
And you said the proof on this was what?
118.
Man, there is. Yeah, wow. This is a Pepsi Cola. I mean, look at that. Look at that darkness there.
It's got that nice color. It's got nice legs. It's got that little bit of turkey funk, that you normally get in them. I mean, this is fantastic.
You pulled up that bag. Gobble gobble, motherfucker. I was like, oh, well, what do we got going on here, and guys? And I had no idea what this was either. This is Don. This is what Don does, Mr. Proof Street Walker. Just brings some bottles in and says, you know what?
Let's have some fun. Open it,
When Charlie Murphy say, fuck yo couch. Wow. Thank you, Don. What a treat.
This is one of them ones where I can understand why people are putting this up on some people's lists, other YouTubers as Bourbon of the Year, because it's right up there. I want to put this up against Russell's 15 and see how that compares, because a lot of people are making that comparison. I think it's a fair comparison. Wow, this is right up there with it. So I didn't bring my Russell's 15 to compare it to. So sorry about that one, but
Well, that's high praise. That's high praise. I mean, anywhere you go, anywhere you talk about Russell's 15, even 13 to a lesser degree, but the 15, that's the bottle.
Yeah.
That's the bottle. And if they're saying that this, and not them, they,
Yep.
I'm saying I can, if I got my hands on something like this, this would be I'd put this up there with the Stags, with the Untouchables.
Yep.
This is really, really, this is a real treat. And I mean that because this is checking a lot of the boxes. And I hate that phrase because it's just so simple. It's a very, very simple thing to say. But I mean, that nose, there are certain bottles when you get a funk and you're like, you know what, that's not a turkey funk. That's just a funk. Maybe it's a, how do you say it? It's the concrete and a burnt rubber funk, which in some cases it works. This funk is like Ben Askren wrestling funk. Like, we're doing some good shit here. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ben and Max Askren. Um,
Right?
wow.
Yeah, this has it all going on for me, but, I'm a turkey guy, so, I mean, anything Russell's and turkey over there doing, I mean, I'm for it, so, Jimmy and the boys over there keep doing it, so I'm all in on this one. This is one of my favorite pours of the year as well.
So speaking of allocation that we talked about a little bit earlier, they don't make a lot of these bottles, and we talk about 10 to 15,000 of them. I mean, it sounds like a big number, but when you talk about a community in the millions, this is a bottle that you just can't get your hands on.
Oh, I was lucky enough to, a friend of mine, Nick and, Alan were down in, Kentucky at Wild Turkey, and it just so happens that, on the release that day, they had Masters Keep Beacon, and they each got one, and my buddy Nick was like, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do with mine, I really liked it, but I was like, "What?" I jumped all over him. Yeah. So the next thing I knew, it got delivered to my house by Nick. So Nick, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. So, you know,
Shout out to Nick, man. Nice work. Not only did he bully you out of a bottle, but you delivered it.
even better.
I need those number, man. I'll pay top dollar to do it.
Hey, so I really appreciate the hospitality there, Nick. Like, even bringing it to my place. Again, you got to stop by sometime when you got some time to have some pours. So, this is so fantastic. One I can check off the list of a bottle I've been hunting. When I went to Wild Turkey, no such luck.
Not even there.
I wasn't treated to this bottle, but I spent a good amount of money there.
How is it? How is it at Walter?
Oh, it's a lot of fun, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good time. It's such a nice place because you sit out there on the patio and you overlook, a nice view and everything, and good time there, and like 5 minutes away is Larrikin, and you go there and have a good time. And so, it's Kentucky. It's all fun out there in Kentucky. So yeah, I can't wait for this to open up a little bit. But a lot of on the nose, it's fantastic. But the taste of this, it's only going to get better as it opens up a little bit here. But the cola note that comes out of this, and that little bit of funk, and that little bit of the traditional turkey notes that you get out of this, and the Russell play that goes on here, it's so fantastic. The box is great. The bottle's fantastic. Everything about this is so nice. It's hands down my favorite Masters Keep. I hope that this isn't the last one. I hope those are just rumors. I hope they all get squashed soon. So
I really hope.
keep up the great work.
Yeah, I really hope so too, man. In alignment with the market correction that we're starting to see for the bourbon drinkers nowadays, or recently, I should say, not nowadays. But I would like to. I'd like to think that this is just some sort of, you know what? Let's just keep this in the back burner.
Yeah.
You know what? Here we're gonna hit you guys with the goodbye, but then, as the market continues to correct itself, they come back and hit us with the hello.
Oh yeah. I don't.
Here's the 11th, and here's the
Yeah.
guys stayed around.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Now, when we talk about something like this, though, for the viewers out there, this bottle is, I believe, at MSRP is around 350 or $400.
I think it was like 325.
Gotcha. And guess what? You're never gonna ever gonna find it for anything like that. We're not gonna talk. I'm not gonna ask you what you paid for it, but man, if you see this bottle out there, if you see
It wasn't that.
yeah, no, I understand that. I mean, you're on poor and broke right now. And that's why, because we poor and we go broke.
But it wasn't third airy, so there's that. So it was nice. Nick was very kind.
So $2,500, no big deal. That was very just $2,000.
No, Nick was a gentleman, and he delivered, so it was even better. So
Good. Well, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna let this second pour air out. We're gonna come right back and we're gonna jump back into it. All right, and so we've had a few pours and we're going broke now. If you've seen some of these episodes, some of these bottles, especially with a guy like Don, Mr. Fucking Expensive over here, he's really putting a meaning to the show, going poor and broke. But we're doing it Wisconsin bleed.
yes, as we drink responsibly.
That's right. And here's round two. So this pour now here has been sitting for about 15 minutes. Man, heavy funk. I mean, I think the funk is even heavier
Yep, as
the second time around. Yeah.
which I love about the Russell Turkey funk is so pronounced and good that everyone always says it. You know what I mean? And it's one of my favorite things about the brand.
And that's interesting because you know what? I shouldn't say I'm not, but I've just never really been a turkey guy. You know, I've enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoy a Woodford Double O. You know, there's certain things that have just been bypassed by the great that's going on in the community.
Yeah.
You know, I get sidetracked with this and that and the other thing. Turkey, sure, that's always going to be there.
Yeah.
Have I stopped to smell the roses in regards to turkey? Not for a while. Is this a fucking treat?
Oh, sure. Yes, it is.
Whispering Don.
Well,
And again, what was the proof on this again?
118.
118. Wow.
It just can't be the end. Boys, come on. Come on. Just hand it down. Come on.
It's what a decent mash bill in this too. 75% corn, 13% rye, 12% malted barley.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that nose, but it's interesting because the nose gives you the funk, the finish gives you like some sunshine.
Yeah.
It goes from watch this, you know, mid, front, back palate, 3 different things.
It's a nice roller coaster, you know. I mean, and that's it. That's part of the ride with this one, especially. You know, I mean, you know, they say 10 year and 16 year. You know, it's a fun ride. You know, and I really appreciate this one, boys, because it's if this is the finale of a 10-year journey with the Masters Keep selections, you knocked it out of the park. I mean, this is.
So who's winning here? Bruce at the 10 or Eddie at the 16? I mean, you know what? Can you imagine? So tonight, having steak dinner at the table, these 2 dudes are kicking each other's shins underneath it. So I mean, like, yo, my 10's banging out your 16. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, the marriage made in heaven with these 2 whiskeys, because
yeah,
these 2 come together. It's a great marriage because it's just a phenomenal bottle. I mean, the blenders blend, and this is what happens when you put 2 masters together. The collection marriages like this, and this is phenomenal bottle.
So what do you, as far as the note that stands out, what are you getting first and foremost?
And it's just, I love that darkness that you get. This dark fruit that comes together, and it's like that funk, you know, and it all marriages together. You get that little bit of leather that ties in. You get that oak in the background that's not overpowering. You know, the caramel slides in real nice, and it everything comes together. You know, it's so nice. It's so where everybody says this could be whiskey of the year. You know, I can't. It's got to be a top 3. You know, I mean, there's some great whiskeys of 2025. I know we're in the 2026 now, but man, this is phenomenal.
Guys, I'm over here enjoying Don. Oh,
I wrapped the.
Well, I guess that's a wrap for Corn Bros. Again with Whispering Don. Again, you know the drill. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, follow the channel. And we always say, if there's a bottle that you'd like to see us open, leave it in the comments below, and we'd be more than happy to let you buy it. Bring it on, and we'll drink it for you.
Please do.
Right on. Appreciate you guys. See you next time.
Peace.